Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update, sponsored by Tax Network USA, America's #1 choice for tax resolution. Please go to tnusa.com/bill or call 800-245-6000.
This is Josh Hammer, host of the America on Trial podcast. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. Trump silenced. Columbia cancels graduation. Americans are more anxious than ever before. A new survey ranks the rudest states in the USA. Also ahead, Bill's message of the day. But first, a judge in Manhattan fined Donald Trump and threatened to throw him in prison for violating his gag order. Said the judge, quote, "Mr. Trump, you have to understand that I truly don't want to throw you in jail. As much as I do not want to impose a jail sanction, I want you to understand that I will if it's necessary." The Republican presidential nominee can now be fined $1,000 for each violation. More on this in today's episode of America on Trial with Josh Hammer. Columbia University cancels its main commencement ceremony. The event was scheduled for May 15th, but administrators axed the graduation over fears of anti-Israel protests. Instead, Columbia is offering small-scale celebrations in some designated locations. Pro-Hamas anarchy is continuing to reign supreme on the American university campus, very much including our so-called most prestigious universities such as Columbia. A survey from the American Psychological Association finds 87% of Americans experience significant anxiety every single day. Biggest sources of stress include financial troubles, health, and the ongoing wars in Israel and Ukraine. 9 in 10 parents say the recent news cycle has damaged their children's development. Doctors blame the national angst on a constant stream of global crises since the pandemic hit in 2020. A new poll published by YouGov ranks the rudest states in the nation. Places are judged by overall politeness, courtesy towards strangers, and willingness to help others. The worst states? Well, those can be found in the Northeast: New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. The friendliest people in the U.S.? Well, they're in South Dakota, Montana, North Dakota, Vermont, and #1, Hawaii. Thanks for listening. I'm Josh Hammer, host of the America on Trial with Josh Hammer podcast. Bill O'Reilly's message of the day up next.
If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. Car Shield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call Car Shield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. This protection plan is at an all-time low in price. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584, 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Tuesday, here's why the vast majority of Americans distrust the national media. On Sunday, Jonathan Karl of ABC News went on a lengthy diatribe about how the USA will be damaged, perhaps forever, if voters put Donald Trump back into the White House. It was the usual. Trump continues to peddle a phony assessment of the 2020 vote, and he encouraged the riot on January 6th. Okay, Karl's entitled to his analysis, as Disney is paying him handsomely for it. But we've all heard Karl's opinion in some form every day for 3.5 years. Doesn't a guy have anything else? Doesn't seem like it. Mr. Karl, a graduate of the ultra-liberal Vassar College, is making big money off Trump. His last book was an all-out attack on the former president, and Karl's loathing guarantees him job security at ABC News. Just curious, but I can't find any John Carl analysis of Mark Zuckerberg pumping hundreds of millions of unexplained dollars into a few crucial voting districts in 2020. Is John Carl aware, disinterested, frightened to engage? I don't know. What I do know is that Donald Trump believes there was election fraud, and he's not going to stop with that, even if it hurts him, which it does. But maybe we should all move ahead to a comparison of governance between Biden and Trump. If you fact find on that, it will become very clear who is the better president. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Okay, let's go to the mail. We got David, concierge member, and if you become a concierge member, you can get any of my books or the Not Woke mug. I mean, this is a fabulous deal here. I don't know how long we can keep this up, by the way. David says, Bill, so glad you explained the very small numbers of both students at these demonstrations on college campuses. As you stated, the vast majority of students and the public at large want nothing to do with the narrative foisted upon us by the fanatics. Okay, that's true. Nothing like Vietnam, not even close. Wayne, concierge member. It's not weak leadership in America. The White House doesn't want to find out who's funding the protests because they know it's all their supporters. No, Wayne. The fanatical progressive leftists who hate Israel don't like Biden because Biden sends arms and money to Israel. That in mind. Todd Worth, Comac, New York. Hey, Bill, I think your judgment regarding Governor Noem killing your dog is clouded by your love for animals. I believe you're making more of this than it is. Shooting a violent dog, killing livestock is not an issue. I think most of Americans are disagreeing with you, Todd. Governor Noem is in major trouble. So, and it's not, I'm not making more of it. I'm just reporting what happened. And saying if I were my dog and she was eating chickens and biting me, I'd put her down too, but I do it in a more humane way. In a moment, something you might not know. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall, but there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 28 years ago today, former CIA Director William Colby found dead on the shores of Chesapeake Bay. His disappearance 9 days earlier remains one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in U.S. history. Here is the story of the so-called man nobody knew. Born in 1920, Minnesota, Colby served in the Army during World War II. Throughout the 1950s, he worked as a CIA operative in Western Europe. He was then appointed station chief of Saigon and pretty much ran that war. While in Asia, Colby played a major role in executing America's fight, including Operation Phoenix, which wiped out the Viet Cong. He was then appointed director of the CIA in 1973 by President Nixon. Colby returned to private life 3 years later. For the next decade, the former spy was named in numerous hearings as having personal knowledge of top secret and potentially illegal CIA operations. The list included assassination plots, drug smuggling, and mind control experiments. On April 27, 1996, Colby left his riverside home in Maryland for a canoe paddle. The empty canoe was discovered the next day. Colby had vanished. His body was found on May 6, floating face down in the water. Now, conspiracy theories immediately sprang up. Some believe Colby was killed by the CIA itself to prevent further testimony. Others blame his demise on Cuban communists, Russian agents, even extraterrestrials. According to the coroner, Colby simply died by drowning and hypothermia, which may have been caused by a heart attack. Colby's son, Carl, released a documentary on his father's disappearance in 2011 called The Man Nobody Knew. He believes his father committed suicide. And here's something else you might not know. After his tumultuous tenure as the head of the CIA, President Gerald Ford wanted to replace Colby with a more sensitive and sensible guy. Ford's choice to lead the agency? George H.W. Bush. Back after this. Your safety is important, and I am happy to introduce you to Byrna, a self-defense solution that will help keep you and your family safe. Byrna offers a powerful, non-lethal pistol with tear gas, pepper, irritants, and kinetic projectiles that disable attackers for 30 to 40 minutes. It's all legal in every state, and no background checks are required. And they ship directly to your door, very private. They are American-made in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and are trusted by U.S. government agencies and hundreds of police departments. If you are a gun owner, you need options. Avoid the complexities that come with taking a life and having to defend your freedom in court. And if you're adverse to firearms, Byrna is a good alternative solution. So please visit Byrna.com/Bill to receive a 10% discount. That's BYRNA.com/Bill. Stay safe with Byrna. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.